Over the last 3 years here in Peru, we've seen so many different wonderful things happen in the mission field. It's really been really exciting that so many doors have opened since we've gotten here.
Hola, buenas tardes.
And now got 5 or 6 different orphanages that we're working with. And my heart is really drawn to empowering these orphanages. What I do is help consult with them on how to sustain their facilities. It's just been fascinating to be able to work with these different orphanage families. Each orphanage is different, and each one has a different set of needs and different kids with different personalities, and they're in different locations. For example, we have an orphanage in the mountains that needs a new building. They need different infrastructure. We have an orphanage that's in the Amazon jungle. They really need a fence around that place because a jaguar ate their guard dog one time. We have an orphanage that is in the middle of Cusco slum. They all need monthly income. It's hard to be able to help children with an academic education as well as a Christian education if they don't have a roof over their head, if they don't have clothes to wear, if they don't have food to eat. The holistic way that we raised Christian leaders is by helping sustain their home life so that they can learn. We consult with these orphanage homes in many ways, but we're much more about trying to empower them in finding different ways to sustain their facilities. We try to encourage them to use the Lord's resources well and to be fruitful with those resources. Sherry is a certified public accountant and a Texas attorney, and she has many of the skills that I don't have, and those orphanages are so blessed to have her in their corner.
We were working with an orphanage about an hour and a half from Cusco, which is the closest city. We're basically in the middle of nowhere. They go to school right there on campus, and so they don't really have a lot of access to outside programs. And so I was looking for something on a discipleship level to engage these kids. They have Christian house parents, and so they do have a lot of the daily dialogue, but as far as true training and a well thought out kind of scope and sequence discipleship, they don't have that. And so I immediately went to Awanas because that had always been a very large part of our family. We started the program just the orphans, and then slowly they started inviting the little neighbor kids that were kind of just hanging around, and they started coming, and now they have kids that stay after school to come, and they end up having to walk 2 and 3 hours at night in the dark back up the mountain to go home, but they want to stay for a while. So it's expanded into the community already, so it's helping build the church as well, which is what Awana is designed to do. I think these kids will be so prepared to answer the questions they'll face in a culture that's not really a Christian culture when they go off to the university. With the system of Awanas, the question and answer, the very strategic discipleship program, they'll really have answers to their questions about their faith. And that's really what our ministry is all about, is raising up, especially orphans, to be the next generation of Christian leaders in their communities here in Peru. And so I really think it's just a fabulous, strong tool for that.
Muy bien, Marcelina. A ver, ¿qué quieres?
If you can teach one of our kids how to speak English, how to drive a car, how to cook food, how to cater to an international tourist industry that we have in abundance here in Peru, you can not only help sustain your orphanage facility, but you teach your child valuable skills that they can then go on and take with them and make a living when they leave. I'm much more motivated to encourage donors to bring vocational training to the kids that's real and can transfer to jobs later on when they leave. part of our ministry is to engage churches and to get short-term mission teams to come down here and get involved with their own special time and talent. We do a lot of different things with these teams and visitors. We do sports ministry, we do music and art projects. We have doctors, dentists, ophthalmologists, and we receive them and facilitate their missions and make sure they get to the right place and help them engage. And we also have construction teams. We've been involved in the construction of churches and in school projects. We also help mission teams do all kinds of outreach into the surrounding communities. I would really be excited to see a lot of churches and individuals come down here and let us help you get plugged in. We can connect you with so many different children's facilities and other outreach activities, and whatever your gifting is, I would love to help you get involved.